But this is not going to apply to you if you're too young, but it's going to apply to everybody in your household and everybody around you if you're sitting around waiting for everything to go back to normal. Okay. The problem you're going to find is that if you're waiting to go back to normal and you're not taking some type of stance amongst yourself to try and do some things, then everything is going to be just that, normal. And why would you ever want to do anything that's normal, regular, ordinary, mediocre, average? Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Hopefully, right now, what's happening is that if you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, which I much greatly appreciate, then you're getting a notification right now that you should be somewhere sitting down and getting ready to chime in, say hello, share a little bit, say a little bit, hear a little bit, so you'll know a little bit. And it'd be nice if you did. So please feel free to subscribe to YouTube, like and share. Like and share. But for these girls over here, they're on Instagram and they're Instagrammers. They're IGers. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all. Oh, look at y'all. That's beautiful. Good. Clean up. That's what you should be. That's what everybody should be doing. Getting your house in order, because you never know. You never know. You know what I mean? But what had been on my mind and what I wanted to share, so much so till I said I was going to go on YouTube and Instagram to say this. I only wanted to say it once, and I didn't want it rehearsed. I wanted to say it the way I felt it. The way I felt it was, I guess I had a little bit of not jealousy and not anger, just it's discontent is what it is, because I know what some people are doing right now. You know, some people are not working. Some people can't work, and some people weren't working in the first freaking place. Okay, so we got a diverse group here, and that's why I hope, you know, if you're getting the notification, then you need to find a minute and go and cue in and tap in. Feel free, do that, because we're gonna talk about some of them same people you sit around right now. And if I say it, then it ain't like really you're saying it to them. It's just me saying it, and you just leaving it turned up loud enough for me to say it. Because I don't give a shit. You can't do nothing to me. You can't do nothing to me. You know what I mean? I want you to know. I want you to hear it, because I know some of you feel the same way. You don't realize why your quarantine time, or the time that you're not able to go out in public and be in public areas and something like that, or you're under a curfew where you can only be out a certain amount of time, somehow or another, that does automatically mean, oh, it's a gathering. It's a family affair. It's fun time. It's, time to kick it, laugh, and joke. That may very well be the case, but you have to think about, if you have any idea of what you think is going to happen after this is all over with, where does this put you? Are you in any more place of advantage, or are you back on the auctioning block trying to find a job that you can work? Because that's not good. Damn it, that's not good. Have mercy, you should know that anyway. So how much of this time that you're spending not doing anything while people are not hiring and you're not working, are you doing anything to make sure that when the gates are open, you're at the forefront somehow? You're in somewhat of a place of advantage. You know what I mean? What's good, young blood? Take care of yourself out there. I know you out there doing your thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? My man Jones doing what he always does and doing it to the best of his ability. Appreciate you. Exactly. And I appreciate you, and feel free to come on if you want to chime in, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because what you are in and what the difference is what we're going to decipher today, because it's not the same thing. If you're actually waiting to go back to work, okay, you got to know that it's 80,000 other people waiting to do the same thing, but they're waiting to get hired. They're waiting to get hired. They're waiting to get in line, put in an application, see if somebody remembers from the old job, see if they know somebody. They're waiting to just get their foot in the door somewhere to do something, anything. Because that's what a job is. When you have a job, then that's just what a job is. Job is work. But damn it, you know what that also means? Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You ain't got to be, you ain't got to be good looking like me. You can be ugly like you. You can be, barely able to catch on, or it take you a little while. Anybody, whoever show up and got the time and we got somebody free, show this person how to do what we do over here at such and such, industries. Such and such industries hire anybody. We just need a warm body and somebody breathing and come in here and do this shit here that, other people is getting paid too much money to do. I ain't doing that shit. Find somebody who ain't took the time to learn a trade, ain't took the time to find a career, ain't took the time to finish school or do well enough in school, and let them come do that shit. I'm not doing that. That's what your ass is going to be doing if you ain't putting yourself in a place of advantage to do any better or do any more. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Where they got them low cars at? I know you ain't get one from Spain. The steering wheel going to be on the wrong side. You're going to wreck. Anyway, and that's what a lot of this downtime does, or should make you at least think about all this time that you have. What is the hidden thing behind it? What's the hidden agenda behind it? What is the ulterior motive that you could be doing to utilize this free time when you probably should be out working? If you wasn't under curfew, you wasn't under some type of hiatus, you wasn't under quarantine, you'd be out looking for a job right now. You'd be out looking for anybody hiring to do something you used to do, could do, did a long time for somebody else somewhere else. You'd be out there doing that. But now that you can't, and they're telling you to stay inside, technology is not slowed down. If you got internet, you got Wi-Fi. Somebody got the Wi-Fi? Get the Wi-Fi code. Get the Wi-Fi code and go and see what kind of trade you could pick up on, what you could learn in a particular trade that you might be in. Or if you were doing a job, then what could you learn by the time that place opens back up to where you wouldn't just be the person on the bottom. Now, maybe you could learn something to where you could be closer to the top, or at least closer to a better position, higher paying position. Why would you go back to the same job 4, 5, 6, 7 months later, however long this shit happened, and you right back where you fucking started? That's 7 months gone. You ain't gonna get no time and grade for that. You ain't gonna get time credited for the time that you was sitting on your ass. You wasn't doing nothing here. So you could come back with something and attribute that to, yeah, I know I did come, and before I was just only able to, scrape the toilet. But guess what? I learned how to fix them. Now I can scrub them and fix them. Am I that much more valuable? Hell yeah, you is. So let's give you a bump in a position. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying. You got to make yourself advantageous. You got to make yourself more valuable to wherever it is that you're deciding, or you're going to go and work. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Time, you can't put a price on time. And this time you might think is being wasted, but it's only because you're not doing anything useful. You're not utilizing this time at all. You're not making yourself more valuable to that company, another company, that industry, another industry, or anything. You're just going back. Hopefully, somebody going to be hiring. Yes, somebody, but somebody will hire anybody. Somebody will hire anybody. Why would they hire you? Why would they come to you? Why would they give you a chance? Why would they give you a shot? Well, during this whole time I was in quarantine, you know what I did? I picked up a freaking book. I looked up I went to a website. You know what I did? I looked online and I saw a job I would like to do. I saw a job I've always wanted. I looked at that. And that's what I did with my free time during this quarantine. I had the Wi-Fi. My cousin had free Wi-Fi. My brother, my sister, my mama had free Wi-Fi. And I went on there and I Googled in the job that I always used to want to do. And you know what I did? I studied that for however long this thing has been going. What has it been now? 3-4 months damn near? 2-3 months? Whatever it is. That's enough. That's a certification at a JUNCO. There's a whole bunch of junior colleges that you could get a certification in the same amount of time that you sitting around bullshitting, playing bullshit games, talking to bullshit people that have bullshit lives and been waiting for somebody to come and bullshit with. Damn that. That's what. Let me tell you something. It's been 2 days I've been waiting to come over here and cuss somebody out. So I'm going to cuss you out. And right now I'm just looking at a picture of myself. But I'm cussing you out because if you wasn't doing this and you hadn't put no strategy to it, you are willing to go back into the same game, armed with the same weapon, hoping that you'll still win. Can't do that. You just cannot do that. You can't do that. This market is competitive because it's slowed down due to this virus. Yeah, the job market is going to open wide open when they do open the gates. But guess what? Okay, who's willing to do this? Who's willing to dig ditches? Who's willing to, paint walls? Who's willing to do this? Who's willing to do that? Okay, all y'all go right here. Now, who's skilled and has a trade in these things? Oh, me. Okay, you come here. You come here. Because you can do the job and you've trained to do the job, or you can teach any one of these 100,000 people back here. You can teach them how to do it. So you'll be a supervisor. You'll be a foreman. You'll be ahead of them, showing them and making sure that they do it right. And guess who's going to get paid more? Do I really need to tell you? I ain't going to tell you. But you just need to know that. Deanna, if I cut my beard, I'm going to cut your ass. Anyway, I love you, baby D. But really, think about that. What are you doing to make yourself more advantageous in this market that's about to open? It's about to open up. I ain't saying how long. I ain't saying how much more time you got to have learned something or to have given yourself more of an edge. But if you haven't done it up to this point, you probably want to start today. And prepare yourself for where it is that you want to be and what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Damn the job you got. What about the job you want? What about the job you got and you're more qualified to do? Ain't nobody just going to give you anything. What do you have to credit yourself with? Where are your credentials? Oh, welcome back. I know it's been 5 months. We sure hate that quarantine thing happened, but we're glad you came back here to trucker shit. Well, thank you for coming back to trucker shit to come and work. You can go back to your old job. Well, yeah, I can, but I want to let you know that I now have a 4-month certification in supervisor. Or I took a business course while we was out doing this quarantine thing. So I just want to let you know, if there's a course that comes up, an opportunity that comes up, a chance that I could probably put my bid in for another position at a little higher rate, a little higher responsibility, I'm going to do that. Well, damn, that's going to be such a great asset to us here at Trucking Shit. We're so glad you did that. Because now we could use you to help show everybody out. And this time was not given to you. This was just something that happened. This quarantine thing was out of the blue, but here you are taking advantage of it, utilizing your time and making yourself, more of a value in your industry, at your job. That's all I'm saying. See, me and myself, I'm talking about everybody as if this don't apply to me, but it does to a degree. Like I say, when you're talking about being, extra super superior and, a boss above it all, I'm giving you advice. I'm not talking about myself. I'm there already. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking down on you, but I am above you. That's all I'm saying. But you can listen to me, and I'm not trying to hurt you. I ain't saying, oh, this apply to you or not to you. It apply to anybody who's thinking whenever it's time to go back to work, time to do our thing. Hell, I'm going to step out of my house into a boss position already. I've ensured that will be the case for me. Why would it be any different for you if you my homie or you my dog, you my chick, you my side piece or whatever, whoever you is? I'm, you interrupt me.
You what?
Listen to me. Don't ask about Nana, because Nana will not help me, and she know I'm right when I'm saying what I'm saying. Me and anybody that I'm with, anybody that I'm down with, anybody I'm loving, talking to, care about, advise, get advice from, entrust with information, I want you to strive. I want you to be at the top of your game. You know what I'm saying? My man that I'm mentioning in the course of this thing, Jones, his name is Jones. He's, he's at the top of his game in the naval field. But this man is not, he ain't small by a long shot. The things that he's done, the things that he does, the advice he's given me, the things he's shown me, have given me an advantage in what I want to do, particularly in the way of the stock market. Mr. Marcus, you feel free to advise them if you want to, but I mean, he gave me some advice, and I'm like, I don't know how to even get started in doing nothing like that, but he told me what he told me. Occasionally, he sent me a link, or he sent me a piece of advice about a particular stock, something like that. And you know how I am now. Everybody knows how I am now. I'm trying to get everybody in the stock market as if I've been on it for years, but I haven't. He's somebody that I divulge to, and I appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for that. I am not plies. No, I am not. But yes, I do have boss friends. I have very, 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 very well-spoken boss friends. You know what I'm saying? Could you not make noise while I'm doing what I do? While I'm doing my thing? Trying to get paid. You know, no, I'm not going to show. Well, I'll show Nana a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When she start coming on here and helping out. But right now, we got to do what we got to do. You know, each one teach one. Let's build the masses. Let's make this revolution something that can work with knowledgeable people. Because everybody can't follow. Some people got to lead. Why not you? Why not you? You know, put more power behind your credentials. Do it, people. I'm telling you. You know, because what I'd like to do is I like to stay in contact with people who are suffering through the effects of this pandemic, but they're not hurt. They're not struggling. They're not having a hard time. They're still only able to do what we all are able to do, but they're not discomforted. They're in the confines of their home, in the confines of their nice homes. They're not hurting for anything. They ain't asking nobody for nothing. They're not in any need for anything. They're just doing what we're all supposed to do, which is social distance, stay out of the public. You know why? I tell you why. Because them, me, and people like them, and people like me were not out there getting it while the getting was good. We was out there getting it while the shit was bad too. We never stop. You can't stop. You can't slow down. You can't slow down. If you have brakes, you should never use them. You should mash the gas as long as you can till you hit something. That means when it's bad, when it's good, when it's slow, when it's up, when it's down, you stay out until you get everything off. Until you set it all, you don't come back home. That's what it means to be out there getting it and stay getting it. If nobody stopped you, what you slowing down for? What'd you stop for? Get out there and get it while you can. While the getting's good and when the getting's bad, you still stay out there. Because right now, everything's stopped. Well, shit, now I have to go to my sources. I have to go to everything I built and collected all this time. Well, then I can do that. I've made enough, I've had enough, I've done enough to where I can still be just as comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So what do you want from me? What do you want from me when I know when I was out there, I know you were inside chilling, hanging out, kicking back. You know, hanging out like dog nuts, you know what I'm saying? Just doing your thing. Well, shit, okay. A rainy day is a-coming. And I hope you invested in a damn good umbrella because I put a house and a roof over my head. So fuck your umbrella. I don't need your umbrella. You know, I put my time and effort towards something a little more sturdy, a little more, substantial. You know, that's what all about. Being out there getting it for when those rough times come. You know, so the people that you hear them talk about on the news, they're talking about people who are essential, have essential jobs. They are also essential people. You know what I'm saying? Non-essential people, like I said, those are the people who are waiting to find out what jobs are available. Essential people, I'm going to get a job in my market, in my trade, in my field. I'm going back to my career. I'm not going back to a job. I'm going back to my career, you know, where I've studied and put time towards knowing this. Well, then I'm qualified for that. You're not qualified for that. You're not qualified to do that. I'm qualified to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. That's the difference in it. I don't care where the money is. I'm telling you where the money is going to be. That's what's going to make me essential when you're still asking questions about which way to go. I know exactly where to go. Go right over there. Yeah, all the physicians will go over there. All the contractors will go over there. All the construction workers will go over here. All of our welders, you know, all of our truck drivers, all of our carpenters, all of our plumbers, we'll all go over here because we all have trades. You know, we put our time into learning something that we're good at to where if there's a need for this, you got to call me because that's what I do. I do that. You know, where's all the players at? Well, come with me. I'll show you. You know, I'm not only a client, I'm the president. I will show you. Come over here. I'll show you everything at. You know, have a seat over here. Don't touch that. You know, you should know these things. You should know these things. Utilize your time and be in a position that where you own and are in control of your future. You know, that's what I wanted to say, and it's been eating me up because, you know, some people just hanging out. I'm telling you, just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, well, these people ain't hiring right now because of the virus, so you know they ain't hiring right now. They ain't hiring you right now. The place is open because you're talking to somebody, but you're just not in a job that you're qualified to do anything at. Because you didn't study, you didn't try, you didn't learn, you didn't take this up, you didn't look this up, you didn't try to learn to be able to do that. You know, you're waiting for where everybody can work. Damn, where everybody can work, you only have one manager per shift. One manager per shift, so why are you not the manager? Well, I didn't take a class. I didn't take business. I didn't take it serious. Well, then, yeah, you and the whole second shift is off. The manager, the supervisor, and the lead, they'll all be at work getting paid still. Put yourself in a position to get paid. You know, consistently, constantly. Please do that. Please do that. So that's why places like Labor Ready. I remember, I don't know who all remember. It's a place called Labor Ready. Labor Ready, if nothing was happening, if this virus wasn't in effect right now, you can go to Labor Ready and get a job and get you about $35, $40 a day. I have done this, so I can say this, and I'm not saying anything towards anybody who's doing that, but I have done that. But you know what? I was new to the area anytime I had to use a place like this. I had never been here before. I didn't live there before. So when I went there, I went to what is called, go to a Labor Ready. What's a Labor Ready? What's a temp to hire? Oh, we'll go there and they'll talk to you and they'll be like, okay, look you up and down like a horse or a dog or something. You can carry a brick, can't you? Yeah, sure. Well, we got a job for you. Because these jobs are always open because anybody can do them. If you're physically able, you got a job, more or less. You'll make some money today. It's not very profitable, but you ain't asking nobody else for money. You're making your own. Places, one's called Labor Ready, one's called Manpower. I think another one's called Back Break, whatever the fuck. It's all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's back breaking work. It ain't a skill set job. It's just work. Places like that hire you to work. Come out and work. Don't ask no questions. You ain't even got to really fill out the paperwork all the way. Just put your name and how we gonna pay you this little $7, $8, $9, $10 an hour and going out there. But to the credit of Labor Ready, to the credit of Manpower, to the credit of Almost a Slave, all of these places, to their credit, they do have something that says, I don't know what it is verbatim, but it asks, do you have a particular skill set? So it will ask, are you a contractor? It will ask, do you have skills in carpentry? Are you a plumber? Or do you have, anything that you can provide credentials to say, yeah, I do this. I am here for this temporary job, but I am a skilled and or trained blah, blah, fill in the blank. Okay, well, that gives you some leverage to say, well, don't just pay me that peasant shit you about to pay everybody else now. I'm a certified plumber. I'm a certified carpenter. I'm a certified magician. Whatever the fuck you is. I'm here to do that today for somebody if you have somebody that's trying to hire a day laborer for this particular skill set. Well, I have that. Well, good for you and good on you. Because who's to say that one day at that one particular company that hires you as their one day carpenter, they may offer you a permanent job, and at the end of your time with the day labor place, you come back and get a permanent job. To your credit for your hard work and effort, we'll take you because you attained the skill. And that's going to get you paid. It may even keep you paid. I don't know. Give it a shot. Pick up a book. Get online and look at something other than porn. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about you because I have a job. I'm just saying. Besides just doing that, find something that's going to make you more advantageous and, more attractive to somebody if you need a job or if you're looking to get hired. Because this, like I say, the gates are going to open. It's going to be like the Kentucky Derby. It's going to be like Churchill Downs. All the horses are going to come running and they're looking to take everybody. Okay, everybody. Okay, you're hired at the lowest rate we got. Now from this group, we'll dissect to find out who's skilled, who has a trade, who's not just here, but who's qualified to be here. Okay, well, let's get y'all in first. So we have leaders. Now we'll get all of the followers, people who are just looking to work, people to pick up shit, clean up shit. I've done it, so it's all right that I say it. If you don't like it, go to hell. I'm just saying that's the way it's done. Make yourself attractive. Like when you go on a date, you go out, you're looking for somebody with shit. Don't go out there in your doggone a tight ass Easter suit, hoping that somebody remember how I used to be. Damn all that. What makes you attractive now? What's going on with you now? Get online and find out about a skill set now. Modern day relevancy is what they're looking for. Well, I used to be a good journeyman. I used to, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Everybody, each one teach one. I'm not gonna put nobody on the spot here, but I'm telling you, during this freaking pandemic, my wife has gotten 4 jobs. 4. She's not doing any of them. She's gotten 4 jobs. Maybe even 5. I'm not 100% certain. She doesn't look up very much. She's always in front of a computer. She's always in front of her tablet. She's always calling somebody. She's always getting conference calls in the middle of the night, first thing in the morning. Mind you, now we're 8 hours different in time. So when she probably could be asleep or would be asleep for the job she has here, she's getting calls about, careers in different fields that she would like to do later on in the future. So she's getting qualified for them. She's studying them. She's listening to seminars. She's doing webinars and shit like this. It's weird, but it's not weird because she wants to find, a monetary avenue in one of these 4 or 5 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Who knows which one will take off first? Who knows? But proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So if you planning now, you'll be ready to go. You'll be ready to go. You won't be caught in the background. You know what I'm saying? You won't come and be the first person there, and the first thing you got to do is ask a question. Well, no, I got all these questions answered because I looked this up online. I IMDb'd all this. I Googled the other half. I asked Jeeves about some of this shit. I know everything I can know, just short of what you're going to tell me here today. Well, then, damn it, you got your ducks in a row, then, don't you? Hell yeah, because I'm here to get paid. Everything after everything you about to say is about when I get paid, because I'm going to ask. If they don't bring it up, I'm going to ask. Yeah, I think this could be a productive field. I think so, too. I think you'll do good. I think so, too. How much you going to get paid? I ain't never been afraid to do that at no job I've ever been to. I'm always the one to ask 1 or 2 questions. How much and when we get paid? How much and when we get paid? And when is lunch? What is this, mama? You remember what I said? Don't forget what I said. Y'all stay up. I'll let y'all later.